So, there's this thing I want to do. I've always envisioned the classroom where my students can learn their way, which might not be the same as the student in front or next to them. A customizable classroom with a differentiated experience for everyone, an educational choose-your-own-adventure. I think technology might just be the thing to make it possible. But while the idea is exciting, it would require some big changes. And it's a little scary because it's new to me. Heck, some of it may be new to the classroom. It's complicated. It'll be hard, time-consuming, emotionally draining. What if no one supports me? And now I'm not sure if I want to do this. If I'm going to make this work, I'm going to need to change some minds. Mine first. In physics, I teach students about inertia, an object's inherent resistance to a change in its motion. You know, an object at rest stays at rest. An object moving in one direction keeps moving in that direction only. Carol Dweck, with her research into mindset, identified the same thing in people. People with a fixed mindset find it difficult to change due to a sort of emotional inertia. Things like fear of failure, insecurity, or self-doubt. People with a growth mindset, though, are able to change and grow because they know that, like she says, your basic qualities are things you can cultivate through your efforts, your strategies, and help from others. The growth mindset provides the motive force to overcome the fixed mindset inertia. All right then, I need to develop my own growth mindset to help me look beyond obstacles and focus on change. First, I'm going to have to be mindful of when the fixed mindset is present. And oh boy, do I have lots of experience with this. Wow, this is a lot more complicated than I thought. Maybe I can just give them a worksheet. And that's the lesson. What do you guys think? Huh? Okay. I'll just show a video next time. But when those moments arrive, and I've given myself time to breathe and reflect, I'll put a question to myself. Is there anything that can be done here? If the answer is yes, and the answer is almost always yes, then it's time to face the fixed mindset head on. So instead of ending at defeat and resignation, I'll reframe the conversation. I'll have a growth mindset rebuttal. Well, the kids are going to get a lot more out of this lesson than from just another worksheet. And when it's done, I can share it with my colleagues and have an even larger impact. I should just go ahead and finish it. Well, that didn't go any way like I thought it would. But everything can be improved. I can get feedback from the students and make adjustments. The core idea is still solid. And it's this process of listening, recognition, and reframing that leads finally to action, progress, and change. But to make my grand plan a reality, I'm going to have to change the minds of some very important people, my students. In order to develop a growth mindset within them, I will organize my classroom around these same principles that I will be using myself. I'll explicitly explain the growth mindset to them early in the class by showing such videos as Eduardo Borseño's How to Get Better at Things You Care About, or Dweck's The Power of Believing That You Can Improve. My students will be exposed to discussions on deliberate practice and research on the plasticity of the brain. I envision my students taking a self-assessment such as the Pert's Growth Mindset Assessment from Stanford, and using it to compare and contrast their mindsets with other students in the class. Beyond this, I will weave the growth mindset into the actual culture of my classroom and facilitate students' personal ownership of their education by emphasizing three main elements. My classroom will be a risk-free environment where mistakes are considered a part of every activity and are valued for what they teach you. My students will have choice in matters of how to learn and experience a topic, and in how to demonstrate mastery of it. And through standards-based grading, continuous improvement will be emphasized by the use of well-defined, achievable learning objectives. All of these principles will be in service of pointing students to a goal for which they may not have yet achieved, but for which they will know is obtainable.